Hello everyone. It's been almost 2 years since I made my original how to set your audio for doing online lessons on Zoom video, and it's become way more popular now that COVID has sort of made everything insane. But what I've discovered is that there are other applications that can mess with your sound, so I thought I would share a little bit about what I've discovered. I'm using a Mac, but I also have a PC, and I'm going to try to show you some of the other things that can mess up your sound. Uh, in my first video, I showed you how to use the original sound feature in Zoom, which is crucial. In addition to having the original sound enabled, though, you also have to find out what other applications are accessing your microphone and make sure that they are not applying some kind of processing to your mic. So let me show you what to do for a Mac computer. So I'm here at my Mac laptop, and I'm going to show you what we do in addition to enabling original sound. On your Mac, you want to go to System Preferences and choose Sound, Input. Now, I have my internal microphone set, which is how your students will normally be playing. If they have an external microphone, you'll have to select that. Here's the first thing. You'll notice that this slider moves in the same way as the one in Zoom. I have found that with loud instruments on a Mac, you have to have this almost at 0 in order to keep them from overloading and messing up your sound. It just seems to be a feature of the Mac that they use really hot microphones, and you have to have it down almost to the bottom. If it was all the way down to 0, you wouldn't hear a thing. But I like to get that almost to 0. When I play my instrument, even if I'm several feet away, it sometimes will still hit the end here. So they're going to have to be distant in order to get the best sound. Here's the other thing. This is what a lot of my students are running into as a problem. They don't realize that this is by default on. We have to turn it off. You have to uncheck Use Ambient Noise Reduction, because this will also affect your lesson, even if you're using original sound in Zoom. So that's what to do if you have a Mac laptop, or any Mac that has an onboard microphone. Now, if you have a PC, it gets a little more complicated. If you're using a PC, and I'm going to share my PC screen with you, PCs don't necessarily always have the same set of utilities, but what you have to search for in this little box down here is Control Panel. We open up the Control Panel app, and we want to choose Hardware and Sound, Manage Audio Devices. Here under Sound, Manage Audio Devices. I click on that, and up comes the most important control panel that we're going to be using, the Sound Control Panel. This is my microphone. As you can see, it's enabled. I select that, and a blue background shows up. Then I go to Recording, and this will show me my microphone. I select that, and this is what we want to adjust. When I hit Properties on my microphone, you see all of these little tabs. With a PC, everyone is going to have slightly different iterations of this, depending on what drivers you have. So I'm just going to show you what I have, and you'll have to use your best judgment to try to find where the problems are. I've got my microphone level set, which is clearly different than what it was in Zoom. So that's something to keep in mind, as opposed to what we had with the Mac. On the PC, sometimes you can have multiple devices that are all, or multiple applications that are all accessing the microphone. It gets very complicated. So you may have to make an adjustment here if you're getting distortion. Also, microphone boost is something I've noticed with a lot of my students. They don't know that they have this thing boosted. It should be at 0. The boost is what's making the distortion in most cases. Now here's the key. Enhancements. Disable all sound effects. Make sure you check this box, because Windows has its own way of messing with your sound. This is separate from Zoom, but it will affect Zoom. So even though we have original sound enabled, you have to also do this in Windows. And if you have other stuff, which I have in this voice real thing, you may have something different. I uncheck noise suppression, acoustic cancellation, and I check the highest quality I can as well. So you've got your levels, boost at 0, disable all sound effects, and uncheck all of this stuff. Now once, if you're in the middle of lesson, once they hit OK, if they've made any changes, if they apply it or if they hit OK, after they make the changes, they won't hear anything in Zoom. It's as if their mic doesn't work. All you have to do at that point is stop your meeting, have them stop their meeting and close Zoom, and then call them again. And then it should work with the new settings. I hope this helps. Thanks a lot. So, as we've probably already figured out, when you're dealing with a lot of different computer systems, you're going to be dealing with a lot of variables that you can't control. The idea is to find them one at a time and use deductive reasoning to try to find what the answer to your particular question is. There's no way that any one tutorial is going to walk you through every conceivable scenario, especially when everyone has a different computer. But I hope that some of this helped. Take care.